Abdoulie Sanyang, former military officer, has been remanded by Principal Magistrate Toure of the Kanifing Magistrates Court on Thursday, August 21st, 2025, on an arson charge, transferring the case to the High Court for trial. This report is written by Keksane of the Kek News. Now, according to the report, the decision was made after the prosecution successfully argued that the magistrate's court lacks the jurisdiction to hear the matter, citing that one of the charges, which is arson, carries a potential sentence of life imprisonment. Now, when the case was called, presided over by Principal Magistrate Toure, the Inspector General of Police was represented by Commissioner A. Sane, ACP M. Kamara, and ASP A. Toure. Representing the accused, Abdoulie Sanyang, were Counsel Lamin J. Tabo and F. Conte. Now, the charge sheet charged Abdoulie Sanyang with 4 counts of criminal offenses. The first count, which is arson, is contrary to Section 283 of the Criminal Offences Act of 2025. The prosecution alleges that in 2016 in Kanifing South, Mr. Sanyang willfully and unlawfully participated in the planning and setting of fire to the National Bureau of the APRC. Count 2, which is seditious intention contrary to Section 48 subsection 2a, which is punishable under section 50 subsection 1a of the Criminal Offences Act of 2025. The charge stems from comments Abdoulie Sanyang made on West Coast Radio on 14 August 2025. The prosecution claims that he intended to incite hatred, contempt, or disaffection against the president by alleging that the president was involved in electoral malpractices during the 2021 presidential elections. Count 3, which is incitement to violence, which is contrary to Section 51, subsection 1A of the Criminal Offences Act of 2025. The prosecution alleges that Mr. Sanyang stated that he provided financial support to the 3 years Jotna movement for an alleged illegal protest aimed at demanding the resignation of the president. And count 4, which is the final one, is the offenses related to judicial proceedings contrary to Section 99, subsection 1 of the Criminal Offences Act of 2025. The prosecution alleges that on August 14, 2025, Mr. Abdoulie Sanyang described the ongoing court hearing of Ousseynou Bojang as a clandestine court, a statement intended to show disrespect to judicial proceedings. Now, before the charges were formally read to the accused, Abdoulie Sanyang, ACP M. Kamara, leading the prosecution, invoked Section 72 of the Criminal Procedure Code, informing the court that it lacked the jurisdiction to hear the arson charge as it is a capital offense punishable by life imprisonment. He requested the court to remand the accused under Section 125 and transfer the entire case to the High Court under Section 228 of the Criminal Procedure Act. Commissioner Sane added his voice to the application, arguing that while 3 of the counts could be heard by the magistrate's court and the arson charge couldn't, and they could not be separated, he assured the court to transfer the entire 4 counts. Now, on his reaction to the prosecution application, Counsel J. Tabo, representing the accused, stated he had no objection to the prosecution's application. Principal Magistrate Toure therefore reviewed the arguments, noting that the prosecution's application and the defense's lack of objection. He ruled in favor of the prosecution, granting their application to have the case transferred to the High Court. Following the ruling, Abdoulie Sanyang was escorted by officers from the Police Intervention Unit to the Mile 2 Central Prison, where he will remain in detention until his case is heard at the High Court.